Hello friends, welcome to Developer Beginner. Myself Divya Saveri. We are happy to help freshers to grow in their life. We are making videos in a software language like Java, PHP, WordPress, and Angular for Developer Beginner. Please like and subscribe our channel for the more videos. In this video, we will cover Java basic introduction. On this chapter, we will cover the installation of the Java and editor, Java class file, what is the Java class file and how to create Java class file in Eclipse, Java variable, how to create a variable and initialize a value in Java, Java comments. Java comment is used to document or not the information of class, attribute and methods. Java typecasting. The Java typecast is used to assign the value from one type of object to another type. Let's see the first installation of the Java and editors. To work or develop the project on the Java, needs to have a Java development kit and the Java runtime environment, which is known on your machine as a non JDK and JRE. To download the JDK and JRE, you can visit the official site of Oracle. On visit the page, you can see this type of the table where all of OS supported JDK and JRE packages available. You can download and install the JDK based on your OS. There are so many editors available to work on Java like NetBeans, Eclipse, IntelliJ, etc. Here we will use Eclipse, and this is that official site to download Eclipse. On visit, you can get Eclipse package with supported OS. You can download and install the Eclipse based on your OS. Java class file. Java is an object-oriented programming language like C++. Java create file with extension .java, and on compile it, it will create a byte file with extension .class, which is platform independent. The class file is represent the attribute and method. To access them, we need to have an object. In real example, the chocolate is a one type of the class which have attribute like cocoa, butter, sugar, milk, etc. Let's see how to create a Java project and class in Eclipse. So you can see on Eclipse the file menu on the new. You can click on the Java project and you can give the name of your project and finish. So I have created a one project has a name development chapter 1. When you create a project, you will get this source folder. On the right click of the source folder, you can see here that class. You can give that class name, and to run that main method, then just click on its main and finish. So I have created the first class as an intro class, and in that I have just write here that this is my first class introduction. To run, just right click, run on Java application. On console you can see that the output is this is my first class introduction. So this is my first class file. Second, Java variable. To store the value, we must need to create a variable in Java. So Java provides the different type of the data types based on the value. Java provides the primitive and the non-primitive data type. The primitive data type covers integer. To store that integer value, float. To store the floating value, which is supported up to the 6 to 7 decimal digit. The double is used to store the big floating number. It's about 15 to 14 to 15 decimal digit. Character is used to store the single character value. Boolean is used to store the Boolean value based on the condition. it have only the true or false value. By default its value is false. Non-primitive data type, the Java support the special data type has a string. The Java support that the string is used to store that multiple character and its default value is null. Let's see by the program. So I have created one class as a name as a variable. In that I have created a all that primitive and non-primitive variables as a declare initialization. So integer value I have stored at 300. Here the float value I have stored at 3.30.99999. The double I have stored that the more decimal digit. The character variable I have stored a single character. On the boolean variable I have stored true value, and the string value I have stored this is my string variable. Here I have just display that what is that the variable contain that value. So I'm running that program and you can see here that all this variable value is display here. Next, the Java comment. So the Java comment is used to declare some not of method, class, or attribute. Also, you can comment some unwanted code on execution. Java provides the single line comment and the multiple line comment. So you can also comment single line comment based on double backslash, and you can also define that multiple line comment based on slash asterisk and asterisk slash. So let's see the program. So I've created one class as a comment class. Here you can see that the declare variable I have just single line comment and mention here that the not is this is the declaration of the variable. I have created that multiple line comment and mention here that this is multiple line comment and displaying all the declare variable. And when I run this, it just display that the initialization of the value of variable and the displaying message. Java, that Eclipse itself provides some functionality to comment block and the single line comment. So if I selected this one and just right click and source and add block comment, so it will comment this all the block. So when I run this, it will just display only the string variable because the other I have commented. To remove the block comment also, that select it, just source and remove the block comment. Now you can see that. So if you want to comment some unwanted execution of that code, then you can also define that comment. Next, Java typecasting. Java provides the two type of the casting. First is the widening casting and the narrowing casting. So what is that casting? The casting is used for to assign the value of one object to another object. On the widening casting, it would convert that smaller data type to higher data type value. As you can see that the byte automatically casting to the sort casting to the character. So if I am uh, assigning that any byte value to that integer, then it will automatically take it. It will not ask you to additionally casting that variable. But if I am assigning that higher value, like you can see here that the double value is a higher value, and I am assigning that higher value to the integer, then I need to manually casting that variable. Let's see by the program to understand more. So here you can see that the typecasting. So I have initialized that integer value variable with 500, and I'm assigning that integer variable to that float variable. So it will be automatically cast because integer is a smaller and the float is a higher. Now I have that float this casting variable which has 300.30, and I'm trying to assigning that floating variable to integer. So just let me remove this. So you can see it will throw me the error because the float is higher and integer is small. So it says that you must need to add integer as a casting. So when I run this program, you can see that, oh sorry, just need to save. Yeah, so when I run this program, you can see here that the integer value is 500, and once I'm assigning that into the float, then automatically that decimal value is added on that floating variable. When I converted float variable to integer, then it will automatically remove that decimal point and only storage on integer portion as a 300. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any question, please mention in that below the comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel to get upcoming videos. Thank you.